part of the work that I did focused on national research around how students benefited from service learning, faculty as well. The 3 critical things that we found published in this book, Service Learning in the American Community College, which was edited by 2 faculty from Queensborough Community College, Amy Traver and Zita Castle, give them a little shout out there. We found that students benefited from service learning participation in terms of their long-term sense of civic engagement and commitment to civic engagement, to their academic learning outcomes, and to retention and persistence. So we know that applied learning in the form of service learning and community engagement is extremely positive for community college students, and those are at all age ranges, like all community college students are across the board. At most community colleges nationally, based on, again, national research that we did when I was at AACC, we know that most service learning programs are housed in academic affairs more than in student services, but for those that can, bridging the gap between academic affairs and student services creates the strongest programs. So if your college will be developing a service learning office or center, having something that covers both of those sides of the house is going to be the most advantageous and the best for your program overall. One thing that concerns me currently, even though service learning has been strong in community colleges for the last 20-plus years, is the constant push for workforce development and career and job training, which is a big piece of community colleges and technical colleges work. But a lot of administrators don't see the connection between students doing service learning as part of their courses and seeing that that is something that absolutely reaches workforce and career skills development for students. They develop what people call civic skills or soft skills in a service learning setting that they don't get just in a regular classroom. And I would really hope that, given the applied learning plans that the training system is developing, that each college and university will be developing, that those career connections can be made more obvious, and primarily because community college faculty see how important it is and students do, and the community members and community-based organizations that students work with when they're doing service learning, they see the results and the benefits to having students at their organizations, working with their constituents, working with children, tutoring and mentoring. So because the value is there, the way I look at it, why wouldn't you do civic learning? There's so many benefits to doing it. So the challenge for colleges, I think, is making sure that administrators understand the benefits. Internships, sure, they're going to help students in particular ways that are very specifically career focused, but service learning gives students the opportunity to try out a lot of different careers and a lot of different options that will benefit community-based organizations, but it also gives them the chance to apply the learning in a community-based setting and see if maybe those are career areas that they want to explore that they would not otherwise have thought of. I'm really pleased to see the focus in New York on the preparation, orientation, training, and reflection built into the applied learning plans. Reflection is a critical piece for service learning and community engagement work, and the more that students can understand why they're in the community, why they're doing this type of applied learning, the more they're going to understand why it's important, and the better they're going to learn their course materials, the better they're going to see the connections to the civic aspects of the work that they're doing. The long-term evaluation, the monitoring and assessment that you're doing also is going to be critical, because the more that student outcomes can be tracked long-term, the more it's going to provide benefits to the field and, again, research that shows the value of the work that the colleges are doing. There certainly is a lack of research on community colleges in these areas because four-year colleges and universities have more of a research focus. That's just the way that they are as institutions. Because of that, community colleges haven't had as much in terms of a research focus on their service learning and community engagement work. And so as a cohort of state colleges and universities, as you are looking at creating these programs, creating the applied learning plans, you're contributing to the field overall as well as building and developing the programs in the state. So that's a big plus. In terms of things that I've learned over the years, two come to mind. First is service learning and community engagement offers students and faculty the opportunity to be really creative, to come up with different ways that they can connect what students are learning in the classroom and how they can provide services and different opportunities in communities. So there are plenty of resources out there online. New York Campus Compact is certainly a great resource that you've got right there, whether you're a member campus or not. That's probably the best place to go. The Democracy Commitment is also an organization that can help community colleges that are looking at this type of work. And I'm more than happy to talk to anybody who's interested in the service learning side at community colleges and connect to different institutions around the country who have made programs happen appropriately. And the last thing that I would say is in any kind of a program, any kind of initiative, you're going to have what we call red light, yellow light, and green light people. The red light folks, those are faculty, administrators that are always going to be doing things one way, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine for them. That's how they learn. That's how they teach. But they're probably not ever going to sign on to doing things like applied learning. The yellow light people are those that are on the fence, that can be swayed by the green light people, who are the ones who always charge right in and will do any interesting initiative and try anything new that they know is going to help their students. So I'd encourage you to be those green light and yellow light people. Don't worry about the red light folks. They're fine. They're doing their thing. But you don't need to convince every single faculty member out there or every single administrator that this is something to try. Just give it a shot. Go to it and help your students become better students and better citizens. Thanks.